Ever seen a sea otter have its teeth brushed? How about getting an eye exam? Both are regular occurrences for the 5 southern sea otters that call the Georgia Aquarium home.
They're a wonderful species, and they're here as ambassadors for all the sea otters, and they're very playful, energetic, and very smart and engaging. We get to work with them every day and see how they learn and grow.
The aquarium sea otters are rescued off the California coast. There's 2 sets of them. The full-size adults are Oz and Gracie, who are 17 and 13 years old, and there's a trio of 4-year-old sea otters named Bixby, Cruz, and Brighton, too. Experts believe Brighton was either orphaned or prematurely weaned from her mother in the wild, while Bixby and Cruz's mothers died from shark attacks. Oz is the biggest of the group, tipping the scales at 65 pounds, and keeping that weight is not easy. Each of the 5 eat up to 8 times a day.
Sea otters are the only marine mammal that don't have a blubber or a thick fat layer. So they rely on eating a lot, about 25% of their body weight every single day, and they have a high metabolism, a lot of body heat, so they need a big, fluffy, nice, clean coat to keep them warm. And they have about 1 million hairs per square inch just to keep the water from touching their skin.
This is Sea Otter Awareness Week, a week designed to show the vital role that sea otters play in the ecosystem. Sure, they're loads of fun to look at, but sea otters do have a very important role.
If we don't have sea otters out in the environment, the entire kelp forest just falls apart. Sea otters prey on sea urchins, but if you don't have sea otters there to keep the sea urchin population in check, the urchins are going to actually eat all of the kelp, and then all of the animals that relied on it for food and shelter will have nowhere else to go. And it's all because of the sea otters, keeping everything in balance.
And the role of these 5 sea otters at the Georgia Aquarium is no less important. Sure, they're cute and lots of fun to look at, but Martin and his co-workers spend countless hours training these sea otters not for entertainment, but rather to encourage behaviors that allow trainers to better study them. And the things that they uncover through that will help benefit the sea otters that still remain in the wild.
So the things that we're able to learn with our 5 sea otters here and the other otters at other institutions can definitely help us when we are doing health assessments and population assessments and looking at the population of those free-ranging sea otters. So we're really fortunate to have the animals that we do have here because they really can help teach us a lot, and they can definitely serve as ambassadors and be great creatures to look at for Sea Otter Awareness Week.
See the southern sea otters on your next trip to the Georgia Aquarium. For a more intimate meeting, don't miss the Sea Otter Encounter. Nelson Hicks, WSB-TV.com.